Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about the regulation of acid-base balance. Two major mechanisms in the body regulate acid-base balance. First is respiratory mechanism and next is renal mechanism. Respiratory mechanism. The respiratory mechanism is mainly operated by change in the rate and depth of respiration in response to the inputs from central and peripheral chemoreceptors. Chemoreceptors respond to acid-base imbalance immediately. Which respond immediately for acid-base imbalance? Which respond? Chemoreceptors. During acidosis, bicarbonate ions are sequestered. The carbonate salt formed from it gets converted into carbon dioxide. Thus, partial pressure of carbon dioxide increases in plasma. The decrease in plasma pH or increase in partial pressure of CO2 is sensed by peripheral chemoreceptors. The central receptors sense a change in pH of cerebrospinal fluid. Central receptors sense a change in pH of cerebrospinal fluid. The chemoreceptor stimulation in turn stimulates a respiratory center that produces hyperventilation and subsequent expulsion of excess CO2. This decreases partial pressure of CO2 and fall in pCO2 is rapidly equilibrated across the blood-brain barrier. The cerebrospinal fluid pH increases till cerebrospinal fluid pH returns to normal. It takes time for respiration to become normal. And next mechanism in acid-base balance is renal mechanism. Kidneys maintain acid-base balance by reabsorbing the filtered bicarbonate ion and by excreting the non-volatile acid produced by metabolism. For effective acid-base hemostasis, the amount of net acid excretion should equal to the amount of non-volatile acid production. Normally, the pH of glomerular filtrate is 7.4, which is same as that of plasma. Nevertheless, pH of urine is acidic. It ranges between the 4.2 to 8.2. The average is 6.4. The kidneys regulate excretion of non-volatile metabolic acids and retention of bases. Thus, in the process of acidification urine, kidneys plays an important role in acid-base balance in our body. Acidification of urine is primarily due to the secretion of H+ ions into the tubular fluid. However, kidneys can't excrete free acids. Rather, while excreting H+ with other anions, they excrete the salts of free acids, urinary buffers. Kidneys achieve this process by following tubular mechanisms. First one, exchange of H+ with Na+, excretion of ammonium, excretion of H2PO4-, excretion of other acids, reclamation of bicarbonate. First, exchange of H+ with Na+. In proximal tubules, Na plus H plus exchangers are located in the apical membrane of epithelial cells. Where Na plus H plus exchangers are located? Where? In apical membrane of epithelial cells that secrete H plus into the tubular fluid in exchange of reabsorption of Na plus. Our body takes the Na plus and excreted the H plus into the tubular fluids. Okay. Dissociation of H2CO3 in the cytoplasm of epithelial cells is the source of H plus for reabsorption of sodium. Okay. Where the dissociation of H2CO3 occur? In cytoplasm of epithelial cells. There H plus is formed and sodium is reabsorbed. Sodium potassium ATPase on the basolateral membrane extrudes Na plus from renal tubular cells into interstitial fluid and maintains Na plus gradient. Sodium potassium ATPase on the basolateral membrane extrudes Na plus from renal tubular cells into interstitial fluid and maintain Na plus gradient. Okay. The H plus binds to ammonium and HpO4 minus in the tubular fluids and get excreted in the urine. The excretion of H plus in urine as H2PO4 minus accounts for about 90% of total titrable acidity in urine. Excretion of H plus in urine as H2PO4 minus. You see here H plus joins with NH3 as well as HPO4 minus. When combined with H plus with HPO4 minus, it forms as H2PO4 minus. Accounts for about 90% of total titration acidity in the urine. This acid load increases when protein intake is high. Action of HPO4 minus is more in the DCT and collecting tubules, whereas action of ammonium is more in proximal and distal tubules. Where the action of HPO4 is more, HPO4 minus is more, where? DCT as well as collecting tubules. Where the action of ammonium is more, in proximal and distal tubules. HPO4 minus action is more at DCT and collecting tubules, and ammonium action is more at ammonium is more at proximal and distal tubules. Excretion of ammonium. Transamination of amino acids into glutamate transfers ammonia in our body. Tubular cells in kidney are rich in glutaminase that breaks glutamine into glutamate and ammonia. Glutamine into glutamate and ammonia. Okay, glutamine to glutamate and ammonia. Glutamate dehydrogenates converts glutamate into alpha ketoglutarate acid and H4 plus, which converts glutamate into glutamic acid, alpha ketoglutarate acid and H4 plus. Glutamate dehydrogenase converts glutamate into alpha ketoglutarate acid as well as NH4 plus. Ammonia diffuses from cells into tubular fluid and binds with H plus, where acidic pH favors formation of ammonium ion. Ammonium ion binds with various anions like phosphate, chlorine, sulfate, etc. and excreted in urine, which accounts for about 60% of the total excretion. In acidosis, excretion of acid as NH4 plus is increased to a greater extent. Excretion of H2PO4 minus. H plus is secreted into tubular fluids, binds to HPO4 minus 2 minus HPO4 2 minus to form H2PO4 minus. Phosphate concentration in tubular fluid increases with intake of proteins and acidemia, as acid is excreted along with its buffer without causing change in the urinary pH. It allows more of H plus to be excreted into exchange of Na plus. Normally, this accounts for about 30 millimole of H plus excretion per day in urine. Normally, this accounts for about 30 millimole of H plus excretion. How much moles of H plus is excreted per day in urine? 30 millimole. H plus excretion per day in urine. Next, excretion of other acids. Acetone, acetoacetic acid, and beta hydroxybutyric acid are excreted in unionized form in urine whenever their load is increased in plasma. However, strong acids like sulfuric acid, hydrochloric, and phosphoric acids are deionized to give H plus ion that in turn is buffered and excreted in urine. What are the other acids that excreted in unionized form in urine? Acetone, acetoacetic acid, and beta hydroxybutyric acid. The reclamation of bicarbonate. New bicarbonate is formed in exchange for acids in the tubular fluid. This depends on the acidic load in the tubular fluid. Also, bicarbonate is filtered by glomerular filtering membrane and reabsorbed from the tubular fluid. About 80% of total filtered bicarbonate is reabsorbed in the PCT, 15% in thick ascending loop of Henle, and 5% in collecting ducts. How much percent of total filtered bicarbonate is reabsorbed in PCT is 80%, in thick ascending limb loop is 15%, in collecting ducts is 5%. It is about the reabsorption of bicarbonate in filtered bicarbonate reabsorption. When bicarbonate reabsorption is decreased, acidosis develops. Bicarbonate reabsorption depends on plasma bicarbonate level. Bicarbonate reabsorption depends on which one? Plasma bicarbonate level. Increased plasma bicarbonate to more than 26 millimole per liter increases its filtration and makes urine alkaline. When plasma bicarbonate is below 26 millimole per liter, all filtered bicarbonate is absorbed in exchange of acids and urine becomes acidic. The average that maintains the neutral of bicarbonate is 26 millimole per liter. If the range of bicarbonate is below 26 millimole per liter, it causes acidic urine, and when bicarbonate level is more than 26 millimole per liter, it causes basic urine, not basic, some alkaline urine. Usually 90% of filtered bicarbonate is reclaimed in PCT. The degree of bicarbonate reclaimed is proportionate to the amount of sodium reabsorbed. 90% of filtered bicarbonate is reclaimed in PCT. 90% reclaimed in PCT. Which one? Bicarbonate. Degree of bicarbonate reclaimed is proportionate to the amount of sodium reabsorbed. Next is formation of new bicarbonate. Formation of new bicarbonate is the generation of bicarbonate ion in the tubule, which occurs in two ways: excretion of titrable acids and excretion of ammonium ion. Two ways. What are the two ways? Excretion of titrable acids and excretion of ammonium ion. First, excretion of titrable acids. The H plus ion is secreted into tubular fluid is excreted after being titrated by urinary buffers, which is called as titrable acid. H plus ion secreted into tubular fluid is excreted after being titrated by urinary buffers, which is called as titrable acids. This depends on the pH of tubular fluid and buffering capacity of fluid. Now the major tubular buffer is HPO4 minus 2 minus. Other buffers are creatinine, citrate, and various organic solutes. Let us see the example of titrable acid. HPO4 2 minus. For phosphate buffer, H2PO4 2 minus exists as Na2HPO4 minus, the sodium salt of phosphate in the tubular lumen. When sodium is displaced, it enters tubular cells with bicarbonate ion, whereas sodium NaH2PO4 gets excreted in the urine. Thus, for each millimole of H plus excreted as a tubular acid, 1 millimole of bicarbonate ion is added to the plasma. Excretion of ammonium ion. It is the another new and the method for formation of new bicarbonate. Glutamine. Excretion of ammonium ion. Glutamine metabolism produces excretion of ammonium ion and glutamine metabolism produces one molecule of ammonium and one molecule of ammonium ion. Ammonia, being lipid soluble, diffuses into the tubular lumen and binds to acid to form ammonium ion, which is excreted in the urine. In this process, regeneration bicarbonate is freed from H plus. The HCO3 minus enters the blood as new HCO3 minus. The NH4 plus enters the tubular fluid. When H plus excretion in collecting duct is reduced, net acid excretion by kidneys is decreased. This decreases supply of new HCO3 minus to systemic circulation. When H plus secretion in collecting duct is reduced, the net excretion by kidneys is decreased. This decreases supply of new HCO3 minus to systemic circulation. And our next topic is abnormalities of acid base balance. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.